Today, we're going to talk about some exciting Pokemon news. Paradox Rift has been announced as the next Pokemon card expansion. Also, some cards from the new Japanese set Raging Surf have been revealed. We will also be talking about some exciting products coming up later this year. We've got lots to talk about, so let's get into the news. Before we get started, I just want to let you guys know that we just launched our first official Discord server. You can find the invite link in the description below. There, you can chat with the PokeCollect community, get notified of restocks and deals, join exclusive giveaways, and much more. Speaking of giveaways, we're going to be giving away another VIP box to one lucky subscriber. To enter this giveaway, all you have to do is like this video, subscribe to our channel with notifications on, and comment down below your favorite Paradox Pokemon. Alright, back to the video. Alright, so first up, we're going to talk about the new Pokemon expansion Paradox Rift. It's going to be the final set of the year for the Scarlet and Violet era. It's going to be releasing on November 3rd, and this is going to feature a lot of the new Paradox Pokemon. So the Paradox Pokemon is essentially the main theme of the Scarlet and Violet era, with Scarlet essentially being the ancient type Pokemon, and of course Violet being the future type Pokemon. Not only are we going to be seeing these Pokemon in the TCG for the first time, we're also going to be seeing some brand new mechanics featuring the ancient and future Pokemon. So it doesn't look like there's going to be anything different as far as the product lineup. We have our typical products like our booster boxes, our booster bundles, the build and battle kits, things like that. However, this set will have two different ETBs, along with two different Pokemon Center exclusive ETBs. We don't quite know yet what promos are going to be featured in these Elite Trainer boxes, but we do know that one of them is going to feature Iron Valiant, and the other one is going to feature Roaring Moon. So two main cards that will be featured in this set are going to be coming from Raging Surf. Those two main cards are going to be the Terrestrialized Water-type Garchomp EX and Pokemon number 1000 Goldango. That Pokemon will be making his first appearance in the Pokemon TCG, so of course a lot of people are excited about that. But here's where things get a little bit interesting for this set. So as you can see here, this lists out everything that will be included in this set. So as we mentioned before, there are going to be brand new ancient and future mechanics that actually make it into the Pokemon trading card game. We're going to be seeing 13 Pokemon EX and Terrestrialized EXs. But here's what kind of caught me off guard, because this actually seems crazy to me. There's going to be 34 different illustration rares in Paradox Rift. And to put that into perspective, Obsidian Flames actually only had 12 illustration rares. At first I thought about maybe this included the special illustration rares, but that doesn't seem to be the case, because right below it also does say that there will be 15 special illustration rares of Pokemon and trainers. Not only that, there are going to be an additional 28 full art type cards. So this set does seem to be pretty massive, and it seems like there's going to be an absolute ton of chase cards. We'll have to see what the pull rates are like, because it seems like 34 illustration rares are going to take a long time to complete. I think this is a really good thing if they continue to go forward with this strategy, because a lot of people so far have kind of complained that the sets are too easy to complete. So they're actually more than doubling the illustration rare type cards in this set. So as long as they keep the pull rates the same or even increase them, I think this is going to make these boxes really fun to open. All right, so now let's take a look at some of the cards that were revealed at Pokemon Worlds. So of course here we can see an actual future type Paradox Pokemon. This Iron Bundle card here is actually just a regular uncommon in the set, but as you can see on the side of the card here, it has that futuristic type design. Already I'm loving the designs of these, and of course some of these are also going to get illustration rares as well. And speaking of illustration rares, here we have the Iron Moth illustration rare. So this also has that future badge on the type, because this is a future Paradox Pokemon, but they still kept little hints of that futuristic design here. As you can see on the bottom right and top right of the corners, they do have that digital kind of grid design. So that's really cool, and I'm excited to see what these look like in person. All right, you always love to see Kamiya return with an awesome new artwork. So it looks like this Brute Bonnet illustration rare is going to be a really cool looking card. And this one does have that ancient stamp here, of course, meaning that it is going to be an ancient type Pokemon. And of course, there are going to be cards that come out with this set that will synergize with ancient and future type Pokemon, boosting their powers. All right, and again, here we have the Roaring Moon EX, and this is an ancient type Pokemon, and even the EXs still have that ancient design on the right side. So really cool. The cards just keep looking better and better. All right, so next up, we're going to talk about a bunch of new cards that were revealed from Raging Surf. This is going to be the Japanese expansion that does release on September 22nd, and we do expect most of these cards to make it into Paradox Rift. So as we mentioned before, there's going to be 34 different special illustration rares that make it into Paradox Rift, and so far the ones that they've revealed are absolute bangers. Plus we can see here the Garchomp EX actually does have a special art rare, so they are going to continue that trend that they started in Obsidian Flames. Obsidian Flames was actually the first set to feature a terrestrialized Pokemon with a special illustration rare. All right, let's take a closer look at some of these new art rares. First up, we've got these Mantine kind of underwater card here. I'm really loving all the detail that they put into this card. You can see all the little buttons, all those little drawings, everything like that. This is a really nice one. Next up, we got the Plusle and Minun cards. Very similar artwork here. Of course, they kind of go together. So these are obviously super cute. These are going to be super collectible. All right, and here's that Minun illustration rare. All right, and this art rare right here is probably the most talked about reveal so far. Everybody's been posting this artwork. It is absolutely ridiculous. Definitely one of the best looking Yveltal cards that's been released in quite some time. Yveltal is already a super cool Pokemon. Essentially, it's the Pokemon of death here. So it's really captured capturing like this super ominous color pattern here, but also showing like some flowers and some plants on the bottom here to show the life as well. So really cool design here. Definitely excited to see this one in person. All right, and the Garchomp EX is going to be the first Pokemon special art rare to be revealed. Again, I'm really excited to see that this trend does continue. The Charizard from Obsidian Flames was the first special illustration rare to see of a terrestrialized Pokemon, so we will likely see even more in Paradox Rift. All right, let's go over some other Pokemon cards that were revealed from Raging Surf. Here we see a terrestrialized Hoopa with fighting type. So this card is actually going to use darkness energy, but will attack with fighting type. This does bring back the ability Energy Crush. There have been a bunch of cards in the past with Energy Crush that have seen some play. The fighting type is interesting, so we'll have to see how that goes. This card will probably also see a full art. It doesn't seem to be a featured Pokemon, but also Ice-Q did get a secret illustration rare as well. So you never know, we might see a secret illustration rare for this Hoopa EX as well. All right, now let's talk about the Gildango EX. This is definitely one of the more interesting cards of the entire set, and this is a featured card, so they did make it extra powerful. Now this has a very similar ability to the old Suicune V that we saw in the Sword and Shield era. However, this is a stage 1, but they did bump the power on this one a little bit. So with this ability, you can actually draw 1 card per turn if it's on the bench. However, if it's in the active spot, you can actually draw 2 cards per turn. Not only that, its Make It Rain attack seems to be quite good. It deals 50 damage for every energy that you discard from your hand, and it doesn't even specify that it has to be a metal type. It says any basic energy. So there actually are a lot of cards in the game currently that will support this type of gameplay. The only real downsides here are that it is a stage 1 and metal typing is not super strong. That being said, this card will still probably see some sort of play. All right, we also did get our first reveal of a full art trainer. Now, believe it or not, this is actually just the regular secret rare version in Japanese. This card looks absolutely amazing. This card is going to be of Parasol Lady. I would imagine this one's probably also going to get a secret illustration rare, but already this card looks absolutely great, and I'm sure a lot of collectors are going to be looking for this one. All right, and a quick mention here, it looks like we are going to get a Gengar line as a darkness type, so there is a chance that we will see a special illustration rare for any of the Gengar evolution line. We really hope that's the case. I'm sure nobody will be mad for a Gengar illustration rare. All right, I'm sure over the course of this month, we're going to see more and more art rares from these sets being revealed. Just yesterday, this Minior art rare has been revealed. There actually hasn't been a Minior card in quite some time, but this one comes in and is an absolute banger. I love that it features all the different colors of this Pokemon. Another fantastic art rare, and love to see so many of these coming up in these next sets. All right, now let's talk about some additional products that have been revealed to come out later this year. So Roaring Moon and Iron Valiant both got their own EX special collection boxes. Both of these look to be pretty solid. However, I wish that they went with the Annihilate EX style and got rid of the jumbo card. Pokemon, you got to get rid of the jumbos. They just make the box way too big, and really, you know, there's just not a whole lot of people that collect these. Anyway, rant over with that. It looks like these boxes will feature an alternate art style of the EX, as well as a supporting Pokemon to go along with it. Not only that, you're also going to get a booster energy capsule, just like you saw in the Scarlet and Violet game. So as I was talking about earlier, there will be ancient and future Pokemon trainer cards that will support the ancient and future Pokemon. So just like in the game, if this card is attached to your Pokemon, it is going to boost that Pokemon in some sort of way. So these new mechanics are going to change up the Pokemon TCG quite a bit. All right, and here we see the Iron Valiant EX box as well. Again, it comes with that supporting Iron Moth future Pokemon, as well as a future booster energy capsule. So honestly, I think these boxes are really solid. These should be the standard retail $21.99. So getting the 4 packs and all this included is actually a pretty good deal. We just got to get rid of that jumbo card. All right, next up, we actually have our first League Battle deck to be announced for the Scarlet and Violet era. And of course, we're going to see none other than Miraidon EX. This deck has been a powerhouse so far for the Scarlet and Violet era. So of course, we are going to see it here in a really nice League deck. So this is going to be the first play level 3 deck, and it is just absolutely loaded with awesome cards. These were super popular in the Sword and Shield era, and I expect them to also be popular for this era. All right, and last but not least, there is going to be one more collector's chest release for this year. For the fall 2023 collector's chest, this one is going to feature the Darkness type Charizard, as well as the final evolutions for the Scarlet and Violet starters. Those Pokemon will have their own promo cards in this box, and of course, now the collector's chest always have 6 booster packs. Now, I know the last collector's chest that came out actually went super popular. This was because there was a certain print run that did have those god packs of Silver Tempest. I don't know if we'll ever see anything like that again, but maybe keep an eye out on these collector chests from now on. All right, that's it for today's episode. I hope you found this information helpful, and if you did, make sure you subscribe with notifications on, that way you don't miss a future episode. Also, we are streaming on YouTube twice a week with pack breaks, giveaways, and tons of other fun stuff. You can actually purchase breaks for our live streams on our website under Live Breaks. The link for that is in the description below. Also, we are going to be opening a first edition Jungle Booster box on October 13th exclusively on YouTube. If you want to purchase a pack for that break, it's also available under Live Breaks on our website. It's going to be a crazy fun time, our first time ever doing a vintage box break live, so definitely check that out. All right, thanks for watching all the way until the end, and with that, we'll see you next time.